Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WoW. My name is Nick, and as you can see here, I'm still playing Chowie, and he's level 29. And you might be like, Nick, he's level 29, GTFO, until you're level 30. You give us what we want. Ha! Well, that funny for that, because I trained this class, and level 30! Awesome! So, as you can see, I kind of want to continue this in this episode. We'll show this off. How the thing shows up, in case you don't know what that means. But, okay. So, we have a lot to talk about today. I have this whole sheet of spells and goodies and galore that we have gotten since we last talked. And so now, we are going... as soon as I can spell specialization on here and stuff... hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Wait for it. Okay, done. Alright. We're gonna go to the Peak of Serenity. We're gonna go kill some folks. We're gonna go take some names, and we are just generally going to go kick some bootay. Good old panda bootay. Oh, it's probably not. It's probably gonna be like, oh, go fight this night elf. And it's like, wait, what? What? A night elf? How is he here? I was like, oh no, he just happens to be there. And it's like, okay, well, whatever you say, creepy panda man. So great. I hope WoW has a less long loading time than it did last time. Huh? Oh yeah. Just love that. Alright. So as I usually do, I always go over all the spells we've learned before we actually go talk to him. So let's get started here. The first spell you learn after level 20 is called Touch of Karma. Touch of Karma is a 2-chi attack. It has 1.5 minute cooldown, so as you can see, this is probably a little bit of an OP spell. Well, not really, but still. With the 1.5 minute cooldown, it all damage you take is redirected to the enemy target over 6 seconds instead of you. Damage cannot exceed your total health. Lasts for 10 seconds. So pretty much, if you're fighting a guy and then you're getting attacked, then you can use that, and then I'll redirect all damage to him. I'd only really do that if it's like a boss battle and it's just like AoE galore, or there's like something where you're gonna get attacked, and so that way you just redirect the damage back to him. It's pretty cheap because it's only 2 chi, so that's just a jab, and then you can use it. It lasts for 10 seconds, but it can't exceed your health, so it's gonna you can't do more than like I think 300,000 damage at level 90. So that's pretty cool. It's more of a cooldown though. I'd save it for more of those very battle-y, damaging times. The next spell we have is Legacy of the Emperor. This is your basic King's Mark of the Wild, all that stuff. It pretty much increases your strength, agility, and intellect by 5%, and it applies to your raid. So this is just a buff. While you're leveling, keep this on all the time. I do not practice what I preach, obviously. No, okay, I've actually died a couple times while leveling, so that's not fun. So yeah, just use that. It's only 50 energy. You're getting that back pretty fast. It lasts an hour too, so that's awesome. Touch of Death. This has got to be the most overpowered spell I've ever seen in my entire life. It's 3 chi. It's 1.5. It's a 90-second cooldown. And you exploit the enemy target's weakest point, killing them instantly. So it's pretty much like you kick them in the balls and then they die. You can't use this on player targets though, so you can't just go into Battleground and be like, oh, you're dead. So you can only use it on mobs, pretty much, or bosses. You can actually use it on bosses. I've tried this out. Although you can't do more damage than you have health. No. That's not what it is. You can only use it when the boss or the enemy has less health than you do at max health. So right now at level 30, I have 2,112 health. I can't use that until someone has 2,112 health or less. So it's 3 chi. It's really cool. Sometimes you don't really get to use it just because it's like after when you have like a health that low, you usually don't really get to use it, but if you do, that's going to be extremely convenient on boss battles when it's like, oh, 3k health, like a bunch of your guys have died, and you're just like, die, and then you pretty much win, so awesome. But yeah, as I said, this was really overpowered. I'm surprised a spell like this even got in game. But what can you do? Swift Reflexes. Swift Reflexes increases your chance to parry by 5%. This is passive, so you don't have to use it, and then it's pretty much just, it's on all the time, so you just don't have to worry about it. You just get a 5% parry increase. Whenever you parry an attack, reflexively, God, I can't talk today, reflexively strike back at the enemy for 8 to 10 damage. This effect has a 1-second cooldown. So pretty much you could parry more, and then every time you do a little bit of a counterattack. So, pretty cool. It's passive. You don't really have to worry about it. Yeah. Fortifying Brew. Let me find that here. Fortifying Brew. Turns your skin to stone, increasing your health by 20% and reducing damage taken by 20% last 20 seconds. So pretty much it is a cooldown. It's more for like if you're dying, I'd probably use this just because you increase your health by 20%, so healers can heal you up, and then you'll have like lots more health. And it also reduces your damage taken, so if it's like a huge like AoE and you might die, then it's like, oh, so maybe you can prolong your death, or you can get enough heals from the healer to use that. So that's a cooldown. It's more survival. That's pretty cool though. Yep. Glyph slots. This is a cool thing. So pretty much what glyph slots do is you gain one every 25 levels. So I get one at level 25, and then I'll gain one at level 50, as you see here, and then one at level 75. Pretty much what you unlock is a major slot and a minor slot. These have many, many different effects. I'm not going to go over all of them just because that would take me forever. But yeah, pretty much all your major ones are going to actually change your gameplay a little bit. Like your Lyra the Ox, your Ox statue stirs hatred in the target, reducing their movement speed by 50% and causing them to attack your Black Ox statue. So that's, see, it's stuff like that. It changes how you play. Minor stuff is typically maybe like mana cost, spell effects, like the graphics and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Honestly, it's like minor glyphs aren't really that game changing as much as major glyphs are. I'd more focus on major glyphs if you can afford them at this point, which you probably can. I have 16 gold. I've been running a couple dungeons. I haven't been doing like all the quests in the zone and stuff like that. So you could probably be able to afford a minor glyph, major glyph and maybe minor glyph, not sure. It more helps if you have a high level main, and then you're just doing this very often like I am. Afterlife. That, I believe, if I can find that here. Here we go. Afterlife. When you kill an enemy while gaining experience or honor, you have a 50% chance to summon a healing sphere. Healing sphere, it forms a healing sphere. If you walk through it, you are healed for 15% of your total health. Lasts for 30 seconds. So that's pretty cool. So if you kill a guy and then you're just like, oh no, I don't have a lot of health that I want, you could just like, okay, go find your healing sphere, walk into it, and it's like, haha, I gained 50% of my health. Enemies who die from blackout kick, so yeah, this is why you should be using blackout kick, have a 50% chance to summon a chi sphere. And what a chi sphere is, a sphere of energy forms from the wake of a fallen enemy. Walking through your chi sphere will restore 1 chi. So that's pretty cool. Especially because chi sometimes like you don't have enough focus and so you can't use jabs. So that's pretty cool. Gain 1 chi. That's awesome. Expel harm. Expel harm. Let me find that here. Expel harm instantly heals yourself for 162 to 189. That's obviously going to change depending on what level you are. And causes 50% of the amount healed to instantly be dealt damage to a nearby enemy within 10 yards. Generates 2 chi. So it's 40 energy, 2 chi, heals you and damages. It's not that much damage, but still, that's pretty awesome, especially because there's no chi cost. And it generates chi. And it's only a 15-second cooldown, so you can pretty much use it like fairly fast, and then you also get yourself healed. So that's pretty cool if you're looking for a healing attack. Disable. I'm having a very hard time finding anything today. This isn't good because I'm usually like, oh, I don't know what to do on this, but today I was like, where's the disable? There it is. Disable. You disable the target's movement, reducing the movement speed by 50%. The duration of disable will be refreshed if the target remains within 10 yards of the monk. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Using disable on target already snared will cause them to be rooted for 8 seconds instead. So pretty much this is really much going to be used in PvP. It's more like a hamstring sort of thing. I think it's cool how the duration will be refreshed if you're within 10 yards. That's kind of cool. So watch out if you're facing like a monk or anything, because you might be disabled, and then I mean, you probably have, like, I know warriors have like heroic leap. I'm sure other classes have stuff like that where they can just get out really easily. But still, if monkeys roll, haha, good luck trying that. Dual specialization. This is a cool one. Especially if you're leveling and then you're like, oh no, I want to level as Windwalker, but I'm really more of a healer. So then what you can do is you can learn dual talent, and so you can have both, and you can just switch off. It's so easy. It's so cool though. And then you got all your healing spells or Brewmaster even if you want to go tank. So yeah, it's really cool. This is more useful at level 90 when you have like 2 gear sets as well. And then that way, if you're like, oh, we need a healer, and that's like, oh, hey, I'm Spec Mistwalker, and I have all my stuff, and so it's like, okay, we'll just have you. Or a Brewmaster or stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, level 30 talents. I have not chosen this, so I will choose it here. You have a choice between 3. Chi Wave. You cause a wave of chi energy to flow through friend and foe, dealing 84 damage or 220 healing. Bounces up to 7 times to the nearest targets within 20 yards. While when bouncing to allies, Chi Wave will prefer those injured over full health. That's kind of cool how it's a little like smart a little bit. And that's like, oh, we'll take priority. That's pretty cool. Only costs 2 Chi. 8-second cooldown. So pretty much it's like it's almost like a Holy Radiance kind of thing, where you just like shoom out this giant like Chi Wave. So that's pretty cool. It's more useful if you need more AoE too, because it also does deal damage. So yeah, Zen Sphere. Zen Sphere also costs 2 Chi. Forms a Zen Sphere above the target, healing the target for 72 and dealing 27 damage to the nearest enemy within 10 yards of the target every 2 seconds for 16 seconds. Only one Zen Sphere can be summoned at any one time. If Zen Sphere is cast again while active, the Zen Sphere will detonate, dealing 99 damage and 258 healing to all targets within 10 yards. So obviously those damages and healing are going to be stretched up when you're a higher level. I think this is pretty cool, just because it's kind of like a bomb sort of thing. It's like you just shove it. It's I think it's like I forget what it is, but I think the mage has a spell like this, a living bomb, I believe. So that's pretty cool. I'm not really sure, just because I think targets will die, just especially because you're leveling, so they'll die too quick in order to actually get much use out of this, but we shall see. I'll think about it. Chi Burst. This also costs 2 Chi, and is a cast. You summon a torrent of Chi energy and hurl it at the target, dealing damage to all enemies. I would no longer say how much damage it heals or heals, because it's definitely going to be different. And it heals all enemies within its path. Chi Burst will always heal the monk. When casting Chi Burst, you are continued to dodge, parry, and auto attack. So that's pretty cool. It seems that all these deal with well, they all cost 2 Chi. Some of them have cooldowns. Well, one of them has a cooldown, Chi Wave. Some of them do not. So yeah, I actually don't know which one I'm going to choose. Wow. Chi Burst definitely does the most damage out of the 3. Chi Wave is pretty cool though. I like that, just because it heals. I'm not sure if it heals yourself. I think I'm probably gonna go with Chi Burst on this, just because it does deal the most damage and it does heal me. Zen Sphere is more of you're probably got to be a higher level to actually make some use of it. And then Chi Wave, it's okay, but you have to have like a giant group of enemies, or you have to be in like a raid or a dungeon group, which I do dungeons and stuff like that to level up, and I will probably do raids and PvP at level 90, but I don't really see me using that right now. I could always use Vanishing Powder later and change that. So, Chi Burst, that's what I'm doing. Feel free to do any of them. Talents really aren't super game-changing now at level 90. They used to be. But you can pretty much choose whatever you want to, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, enough about me rambling over and over. Let's actually fight this guy. So we're going to fight Master Wu. And we are actually going to get an awesome awesome blue belt, which is pretty cool. You get the formidable yellow belt. That is, that's a tanking one. Serene yellow belt, that's more of a healer. We're probably going to get the biting. We are actually going to get the biting yellow belt. That's one for Windwalker. And then we get us 50% EXP. And I should have accepted the quest. I'm a retard. Alright, so we're going to go find you, Master Wu. Master Woohoo. And then we are going to beat you. So yeah, that's actually this is the one of the last videos I'm going to have for talents for a while, for like the next 2 videos, since we don't get any at level 40, which kind of sucks because I like choosing between talents. I like explaining them too. So yeah, Master Wu is a female dwarf. That's funny because female dwarfs are female dwarfs. So yeah, make sure you're buffed before, because if you're not, the lack of energy at the start could really screw things up with you. So yeah, I'm gonna try and tell you guys how to do this fight. I have not looked anything up about this fight, so she says sometimes it's a well-timed precision strike because all you need to take down even the toughest of foes. I'm assuming that's kind of like a hint. So we shall see how she fights. Bow to me. Oh, yeah, so you gotta bow. Make sure you have cooldowns as well, so just be ready to do that. Alright, and here we go. Your attacks are strong, but my defenses are stronger. Alright, so far, nothing out of the ordinary. Right now, it's just a tank and spank. I know it's definitely going to change up, and then that's going to be harder here probably in a second. Hey, actually, let's use Chi Burst. Chi Burst! Boom! Awesome. That was fun, right? Oh, crap. That's one thing, too. I found it very hard to make sure my Tiger Palm stacks are staying refreshed. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty hard for me. She has like a thing progressively absorbs more and more damage. Okay, that's not good. I don't know how to deal with that. I didn't really just check right there. Deflects all the damage except for Touch of Death. So that's your key here. Probably do as much damage as you can, and then toast her with Touch of Death. Which should happen soon, I hope. There you go. Okay, Touch of Death. So just get yourself and then use Touch of Death. Boom. You're done. That was much easier than the last fight, especially because it's more of a tank and spank until you use Touch of Death. This fight is just meant for you to, I guess, make sure you know how to use Touch of Death. So that's pretty... It was a really easy fight. Just make sure you do your whole jab. Keep your stacks of Tiger Palm refreshed like I do, because I'm stupid. Blackout kicks, all that stuff. It was really easy. And make sure you're buffed. And if you really need to use defensive cooldowns, I wouldn't see why, just because that was really easy. Fortifying Brew, I would recommend that too. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me some feedback in the comments below. Always like, favorite, subscribe. That all helps us out. Not required though, but it really does. It really does help us out. It keeps Beard and I motivated to keep making videos. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in 10 levels. Bye.